Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. Hello, hello. I'm Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting esoteric, and everything else in between. Um, I come to you on a very emotional, not exciting day. Well, no, it is exciting. It's a little too gosh darn exciting. I'm in a process. I'm working with someone, and they're purchasing Stray Kids tickets right now. If you don't know, they're a K-pop group. They're kind of like one of the big ones. I didn't pop the nail off in the process. Don't ask. Don't ask. And right now, um, we're doing a pre-sale. The ticket's not till March of 2025. We were doing pre-sale in the queue. It was like well over 30,000 people, and it's going down. It's going down. It's going down. And guess what? It kicks us out. Kicked us out. So now. We got back in the queue and it's just waiting. So I'm trying to keep it together. I thought, in an hour they went on pre-sale at 12. Okay. And I'm getting messages. So forgive me if I'm like paying attention to something else, but we're gonna go ahead and do this because I think I needed to distract myself. Um, because I'm on edge about this. I want those tickets, but that's okay. We'll just do resell. I'm gonna get it. It's happening regardless. I will be screaming like a crazy person in LA uh, come May of next year. Um, Screaming Korean words I don't know, but I've memorized the sound. Yeah, I'll be doing that. So welcome. This is my witchy review, and I have got a couple things for the lineup. Um, And we're going to start with actually, let me, I realize I need to grab the other tarot deck so you're going to know what I'm talking about in a second. Here we go. I'm wearing my witchiest of dresses today. Long black dress, long sleeve. I love this dress. So a while back, this is not in the lineup, but I'm letting you know, I purchased this tarot deck, the Black Tarot, right? And this is by Naisha Williams. I love this deck. I use this to work with the Ancestral Grimoire book, if you're familiar with that book. And I use this to work with my ancestors. This and another deck, but this mainly. Okay. So, with that in mind, let me get to that. They have a guided journal for Black Tarot. Now, I have not opened up and looked at this. So, when I say first impressions, I saved this for y'all. I have not looked at anything. I don't know what's in here. So, we're going to look together. So, first of all, look at the inside. So, let's look, let's just look. This is the whole book. It's a beautiful book. So, we're looking together. So, this journal belongs to, so you get this page. Oh, this is from 2022. It's new to me. I didn't know. So it jumps in with the introduction. This is just a picture of one of the cards from the deck. So it gives you an introduction, engaging ancestral work, ancestral mathematics. I love this breakdown. I'm already enchanted. So engaging ancestral work. Ancestral mathematics. In order to be born, you needed two parents, four grandparents. Y'all heard this before, right? Four grandparents, eight great grandparents, 16 second great grandparents, 32 third great grandparents, 64, and then goes to 128 fifth, 256 sixth, 512 seventh, 1024 eighth, 2048 ninth. For you to be born today from 12 previous generations, you needed a total of 4,094 ancestors over the last 400 years. Think for a moment. How many struggles, how many battles, how many difficulties, how much sadness, how much happiness, how many love stories, how many expressions of hope for the future did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment? Author unknown. That's amazing. As I sit here and get upset about seeing these little Asian men who nobody's, maybe they're taller than me, dance around on stage and sing, and I'm really going through it right now. Great way to bring it back. All right, so we have that. Rituals for the moon phases. I love the imagery. Uh, questions to meditate on. I was really curious to know what was in here. I seriously waited. I did not jump in here. All right, calm down. All right. So it is a journal. So there's going to be spaces, tarot reading example. So they're giving you an example of a tarot reading. So tarot reading example, name of deck used in reading, name of chosen spread, date, moon phase, question, answer in a reading, yes, no, maybe. A section for the cards pull, cards meaning, suits, elements, numbers, colors, symbolism. This is a little bit more than what I'm accustomed to in a tarot journal. Intuitive interpretation, record your inner wisdom and knowledge after reflecting on the pull cards, keywords and messages, steps after reading, and then moments of gratitude. We're still in the queue. Oh, okay. Month 1. So there's like the same thing for the tarot reading and all that sort of stuff is in here. Get the lighting quite right. So it's, yes, it's what you think. It's a tarot journal. So you're going to have space, and then it goes, 1, 2, 3. Let me get to the end. But we knew this, right? We knew it was going to be like this. Oh, they even have a monthly tarot reading reflection page at the end. So that's good. Okay. Then, key tarot keywords. All right, so that's in this section. Imagery, the full card. Ooh. All right. So got that. This is good. They even have reversals, by the way. Then the next section is tarot birth card and major arcana. And then numerology and divination. So for instance, Aries ran March 21st through April 19th, the Emperor. I knew that. Taurus, you're the Hierophant. Gemini, the Lovers. Cancer, the Chariot. Leo, Strength. Virgo, the Hermit. Libra, Justice. Scorpio is Death. Sagittarius, Temperance. Capricorn, the Devil. Aquarius, the Star. Pisces, the Moon. Aquarius, the Star. I was just talking. The Star is one of those cards that's always like, wait, what? Like in the context of the reading, I'm just really scratching my head, like, what does this mean again? I always got to put another clarifying card out there because I never fully understand the meaning. And every Aquarius is like that. Y'all know y'all like that. Y'all just like, hey, I never know what's going on. You keep it mysterious. Then there's blank pages. Oh, it's nothing but blank pages in the back. Oh, wait, no. Then, I didn't know. There's stickers. There's stickers for each card in the back. Oh my goodness. This is exciting. There are stickers for the cards. Oh, wait, did she say something? No, okay. All right, here are the stickers. All right, this just got exciting. So, yeah, here you go. So this goes with this. I had already purchased this a while back, and I've been using it. So these go together. So there you go. This is the deck, kind of like that Modern Witch Tarot. I have the Modern Witch Tarot Journal as well. It's given those vibes, except I don't know. I think this is pretty decent too. I like it. I'm glad I got it. So since I was on this journey with Nyasha, is Nyasha, isn't it? Spelled Nyasha, Nyasha Williams, and Grace Banda. So I got these oracle cards, Elemental Alchemist. I've never heard of these cards. Shocker, but I like Nyasha. I like her name. I'm gonna just keep saying it the way I say it. I love these cards. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I like the way they look already. It comes with a guidebook. The guidebook is in color. All right, so we're gonna break them open. Ooh, let's look to see. We have the Soul. I'm just going to do a flip through because why not? This is the soul. Let me make sure I got the lighting right. I didn't. We a little off the game today. This is the soul. Oracle. The ancestors. It's written in a pretty cursive at the bottom. Spiritual awakening. A little tough on the eyes. I'm not gonna hold you. So I'm gonna tell you right now. I Oracle cards are funny. The mother. You can, of course, we can use their book. We could look at it. We could try to memorize as much as we can, or just read the book until it kind of makes sense to you. Or you can look at this, find the meaning, and do whatever you need. This is the divine. See, the mother and divine, I would almost think the same thing. This is giving the mother, but this says the divine. Okay. Dishonesty. So we can just use the keywords on these decks. This deck. Touchy. Fickle. I like a card that says fickle. So how are we feeling about the situation you pulled this card? Fickle. All right. Inconsistent. You know what? I think I'm liking it. I think I'm liking it. I want to. Okay. It's not going well on the tickets. See, I breathe. Anyway, the goddess of the East. Knowledge. What the kids say, crash out. Yo, I'm really about to. I'm really trying to keep it together because I'm about to lose my damn mind on here. I want these tickets. Intuition. Renewal. Beautiful deck. Beautiful. Change. This is giving like the Chariot in the tarot deck. Goddess of the South. So, like, what does that mean? Like, what is your okay? So you pull some cards and you like, okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what my next move should be. You pull Goddess of the South. I mean, obviously you have to look at the meaning, but I'm like, I'm trying to understand these cards. Inspiration / creativity. Which is it? Should I be working on getting inspired, or should I be doing the creative? Queen of Wands, got you. Fire. Okay. Passion. Passion. Daring / courageous. It's a / courageous. Goddess of the South is Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion energy. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Queen of Wands, Megan. Okay, I'm with you on that. Because that's what I'm thinking. When you say Queen of the South, I immediately thought they're like entertainers. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, what genre? Like Beyonce? I don't know. Protection. Urge to destroy / violence. This is how I feel about Ticketmaster. Irritable. This is how I feel right now. Anger. I'm getting to that point. This is anger. Arrogance. I was arrogant to believe this would go easy. Goddess of the North. All right, so when you think of Goddess of the North, who do y'all what does this energy bring? Like, what kind of energy do you think of when you say Goddess of the North? Let me hold the card back up again. What do y'all think? Goddess of the North. And then we have fertility. Wealth and abundance. It's a cool card. Wisdom. Strength, stability. That's strength and stability. Superficial. Ooh, oh, somebody shot. Seriously, my phone's ringing, and I left it in the other room. Goddess of North, maybe Celine Dion. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, I'm thinking about that. Okay, I can see that. Scornful. Let me go ahead and mute this phone because I know if I'm probably going to get called on the other phone. Anyway, remembrance. Is that what this is? No, cumbersome. Child, these look how this is written in that tight. It's hurting my eyes, but it's cool. I like it though. This is yeah, cumbersome. That font is so unfriendly to my eyes. If I decide to pick up, I'm definitely taking stamps or a pen to it. Like I'm over here like remembrance. I'm trying to find out what this word. Like this looks like not even girl. I didn't know what this was. I'm fighting for my life. I'm gonna need. We're gonna learn to work with it. These are readers. Let me get it on. Okay. Lack of conscience, lack of conscience, healing. That would be my complaint. I can't make out some of this, even once I put dangle things on. Expression, peace, compassion, indifference. The hell is it? Laziness. Laziness. Oh my goodness. I had to look at the picture to try to make out. Like, can you see this? I got the it was hard to understand what that was. This will be my complaint about these cards. I don't love this. Instability, rigid rigidity, and goddess of the West. So I'll ask this. What when you think of goddess of the West, who do we think of? Goddess of the West. What energy? Um, Goddess of the West. I can't think. I don't know. My brain is not brain is not kicking in like it should because all I'm thinking about is how I did not get these tickets today. But we're gonna keep it pushing. We gonna get all right, Dylan. We gonna keep it pushing because I'm feeling some kind of way. Oh, there's no tickets left on Ticketmaster. Okay, I just got the message. Crashing out. Okay, crash out. Crash out is beginning. Ooh, we might take a little trip to some sweet little edibles a little sooner. I was gonna read one of the meanings to give you an idea about the book. I better because I'm about to lose it. Okay. So let's go with if since that assuming these was in order, I want to go to that goddess of the West since I can't think of nothing. Let me see if I can find it. Goddess of the West. So I'm in a book. Maybe Taylor Swift. Is she on the what? Is that from Tennessee? I mean, do we go by like that? I don't know. Let me tell you what it says here, in case you were curious. So, water is life. All right, West water, got you. Okay, water is life as it is essential to all. The liquid carries with it, wait, hold on. The liquid carries with it imprints of our ancestral DNA. I got confused on that. It is the sacred blood of our first mother. The West brings forth the energy of divine knowledge, movement, and the psyche. I'm not even going to read the next text. I'm getting mad. They understand the significance of this thread. And it goes on. Yeah, this is the wisdom held by our ancestors, elders, midwives, and doulas. They understand the significance of this thread that connects us to the cycles of time, our environment, and the spiritual realm. Without water, there is no life. It goes on, while water is nurturing, gentle, do not mistake its trait for weakness. It goes on about tsunamis, da da da. The foresight given by her is to be flexible as it shifts, as shifts are a certainty. Just as the ocean is constantly ebbing and flowing, change is ever present. I'm mad because I was supposed to be purchasing, getting tickets right now. I had somebody doing it, and I wanted to see this group in concert and their pre-sales through Ticketmaster. And we were in the queue. It said it was like over 30,000 people. It was coming down, got down to a few hundred, and it kicked us out the queue and tried to go back in. It was back to like 50,000, some crazy number. And then it says there's no more tickets available. So that's why. Take action. Tap into / link up with some maternal wisdom. Take a risk. That's what this card is. I don't know about that meaning. I'm not going. I don't know about that meaning. I don't know if that would resonate with me. I mean, I guess because I'm thinking about the elements and water is west, but I would think archetypes, kind of like what I was thinking before. So if you say Queen of the West, I don't know. I think of like some old Hollywood celebrity because I think Hollywood, the West Coast. I know, right? I'm not okay. I'm really pissed off, but I'm trying to move on. But I bought the Oracle cards. I don't know. I want to support this black owned these people because these are some black names. The Nyasha Williams, Grace Banda, I assume, and then illustrations by Kamishka Nayadu. I'm gonna let y'all see it because I'm probably butchering this. So, I'm a support regardless. So, because I'm supportive, I bought the journals to go with it as well because I really do support. So, and it says here, sisters Naisha Williams and Grace Banda with vibrant illustrations by Kamishka Nadu present Elemental Alchemist Guided Journal, a beautifully informative divination journal by way of decolonization of the mind and spirit. So let's get into it. So first of all, ooh, it's buttery smooth. I listened to Diva by Beyonce for the first time in years last night. It was good. Yes, it is. Yeah, Swift is from PA. I see more airy though because she is wordy. Is she from PA? I thought it was Tennessee. Is she from Pennsylvania? My Taylor Swift lore is not what it should. Well, as what it is. Anyway, so here's the inside of this. All right, so this one gives you a table of contents. I don't remember seeing it in the other one. So, intention from Grace. So she writes this. This is first impression. I didn't even open these books up. So we're doing this together. So I'm like just flipping through. And this is, a Wheel of the Year. Oh, you speak in my language. Okay. So we have a Wheel of the Year already coming in. I like this perspective. Yes, and I see more airy through. She is wordy. Okay. Yeah, right. Oh, and then it breaks down about the Wheel of the Year. Themes, plants, energy work, crystals, food, drinks, colors, rituals. All right, so it's given all this detail. So we're gonna flip ahead to, I want to see what they say about Yule. Very curious. So of course they give like Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere themes: hope after darkness and return of lights, introspection, rebirth, transformation. I'm on that energy. Plants, herbs, cinnamon, cloves, fir, pine, oak leaves, nutmeg, crystals, bloodstone, citrine, clear quartz, emerald. Energy work, happiness, hope, love, peace, strengthening bonds, colors, gold, green, red, silver, white, and pink in my case. Food / drinks, hot cider, mulled wine, nuts, seasonal soups, and rituals. Spend this day naming your intentions for the new year, looking outward and bringing forth the lessons gained from the inner journey since the time of the summer solstice. So I like this. I like this a lot. So you get this kind of breakdown for each of the Sabbaths. Okay. Journal layout. This journal is divided into 5 sections of 3 weeks. Each section focusing on a different element. Each element has bullet trackers for the time spent in the section, an activity, a shadow work prompt, and an oracle reading recorder, for each week. So they break it down about the bullet trackers. So this is interesting. You haven't enjoyed who? Swift or Beyonce? I know you ain't talking about Beyonce. You didn't enjoy her last album, so you must be talking about Taylor Swift. Um, I would take that personal. I'm one of those people that was like, "Oh my God, you're not them," or you shouldn't have say anything about them. People can say what they want. It's just a difference of opinion. I fight. I don't care. Anyway, Swift, thank you. I don't care. Don't talk about Beyonce. Not in front of me. You do whatever you want. I don't want to hear it. I don't like because it comes from a place of just people being so jealous and envious. You just hate how gorgeous she is, her success. That's what it is. But when you are someone who is confident and you think you're a success and you think you're really pretty and you think you at whatever you on, you think you have that same, like you're on the top of your mountain, so to speak, whatever that is. You just look over and you see another queen in her kingdom. You don't see it as hate. But the people at the bottom, that's what they don't, it makes their neck hurt looking up. So they get salty. Anyway, this is so cool. I like it. This is kind of like a little book of shadowy. The five elements, it talks about that. Spirit. Ooh, this is the tracker. I don't fully understand what I'm doing yet, but we're going to get into it. Key. So you create a key, Oracle key. That's how I feel about Megan Thee Stallion. She's my niece and I will fight. Yes. Yes. Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, low key Cardi B. Don't talk bad about her. I might say some stuff, but you don't say it. Cardi B is another one. For the longest time, I felt this about Nicki. Nicki has made me feel like, girl, I can't be in these streets defending you. You doing too much. I can't with her anymore. So let the chips fall. But don't talk about Beyonce. I don't like it. I don't like that. I'm not going to get into that kind of conversation. So then you have these blank pages. I'm not sure. I'm going along with y'all. I don't know what I'm looking at yet. This is the fill my cup tracker. This listen. If you have ideas in Little Nas X, yes, don't talk. Don't talk about him. Don't you talk? Oh, he going to hell. He blasphemous. All that. Shut up. There is no hell. Your whole religion is a lie. That's what I'll say. See, don't provoke me because I'm gonna say something crazy like that. Anyway, then they have altar clean. What is this? Magical housekeeping tracker. Oh, look at that. This is something I would do. So they have like cleansing self space, cleaning space, change water on altar cleaning. Check this out. Exactly. So they have a blank space meditation tracker. I didn't know what to expect from this. I really didn't. But I was in the mood for some retail therapy. This was not playing content, but this is the content you're getting. And I'm excited. Gratitude tracker. So far we got a bunch of trackers in here. I'm kind of digging this. Now, 14 years ago, it would have been Katy Perry. You know what? And I would have probably been with you because her voice, her music, I really was into her too. So was my daughter, Katy Perry. I loved her. And then, honestly, I think she got messed up behind some boy. I think at the end of the day, some boy that y'all know, which boy too. I don't even want to say he's a weirdo. Right? Didn't he get with Russell Brand? He got real weird. Anyway, so you got blank pages. So you could do some stuff with this book. Um, if for people who kind of want to hijack the book and make it something else, you really could do something else with this because it's giving you pages in between. Dream awareness. Oh my God, they got the same cursive font that is taking me out. So elemental observation. So they give you a place to write like the date, dream title, associated elements, atmosphere, weather, location, dream symbols, interpretation, how I felt in my dream, how I feel now, other significant details. So they give you space. This is like the example, and they give you space to write it here. I appreciate the trackers, and we use this book as a template for my planners, but I wouldn't be able to keep up with the filling this book chronologically, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, you could try, but it would be an effort. Are you able to ask others for forgiveness? What? Oh, this is a shadow work prompt. I'm like, why are you asking me that? Anyway, day one, day two, day three. So this is part of the. Are you able to forgive others? And then you're supposed to write it down. We following together. Oracle reading. So here's where you would put your reading. So this is, spread title questions. You put the cards in this section. Intuitive understanding, deeper insights, action to take after reading, day summary, and thoughts reflecting on reading later. I think this book would have been best served as a binder to move things around. The answer is no. Awaken your spirit and body awareness. This is a spirit meditation they have in here. Listen, it's unique, it's different. And then another shadow work prompt. Where do I feel the expectation to conform to the beliefs of others? Where do you expect others to conform to your beliefs? Well, I could answer that question. I think one of the things that a lot of women, if you are married, if you're not married, you've been single for a while, divorced, whatever, basically you're not with anybody right now, or if you are, but you're not married, if this is on there, where do you feel expectation? I think it's marriage. That's a lot. And if you're younger, it's going to be to have children, those expectations. All right, so then you back to another oracle reading section. Build a personal altar activity. So you get an activity in here, and then there's a prompt again. Do you feel loved, hurt, and valued by yourself, others in your life? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't need to write a whole paragraph. I'm good. uh and then another oracle reading. You got a blank, more blank. All right, I'm just trying to understand the flow of this book. So air is going by elements. So now we're in air. So the first one was spirit. Everything I was talking about was under spirit. Now we're in air element. So it's breaking it down like that. So you probably don't have to do this. We're not even doing, well, it said day one, but they don't have to be consecutive days. I don't think you have to approach this book like this. So anyway, it goes on. It's talking about the element of air. It's giving you an oracle monthly tracker and a key. I don't. Well, I'm gonna have to read. They give you instructions. Of course, I didn't read it now to explain this. I don't really understand what I'm looking at right now, like how to use this, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's more like an alchemist workbook. Yeah. And then another tracker, fill my cup, and you have a key. So you can do what you want with this. I mean, you can make this into something else. I like it. I just need to understand it. And then we have the tracker for the magical housekeeping again. It's the same as before, so there's nothing different here. And then there's the meditation tracker. That's really cool. So what'll happen? I don't know. I guess you could like color in this or something. I don't know. Yeah. These are gratitude tracker. They're numbered the clouds, if your pick can see that. And there's a key for you to create. You can really build something with this. Then there's this sky gazing. So there's the elemental observation sky gazing. They give you some place, like they give you some verbiage on about sky gazing. And then you would write in the prompts here. And then there's another shadow work prompt. So in the element of air, how good are you at showing yourself compassion, grace, and understanding? Right now, really good. Well, I don't have a problem with me. I got a problem with Ticketmaster. Yeah, I'm not done. I'm still mad. I'm just trying to get past it. Okay. Air meditation, breath work. All right, well, that makes sense. Oh, so there were more questions. Wait, what am I? I'm skipping something. Oh, this is the oracle reading. Okay. A prompt for shadow work again. Then you get the oracle reading. So this is, it's not like a date associate or anything like that. You just kind of work with it. This is an interesting book. Activity. Design a daily routine. Create a routine in your days that encourages stability, calmness, and peace. In your capture, write your day as a story. Oh, this is a great opportunity to do some scripting for your ideal day. I mean, that's not what they said. I don't know if it's overall point to this, but I think that could be a great opportunity to do like scripting for your ideal day or what you really want. And then you go into fire. Same thing. You get your monthly tracker here. All right, I'm picking this up. This is kind of giving kind of like a planner type thing. It's different illustrations for the different trackers. The activities are obviously different for the elements, um, earth, water, and then we have spreads, Oracle deck spreads. So they give you some spreads in the back. Okay. Air. So of course the elemental spreads are in the back. And then yeah, that's it. There's no other. Let me see if there's any other water. Yeah, or just the elements, and then about the authors and something I can't read. That's the book. Oh, yeah, that's the book. So that's The Alchemist, if you're interested. Elemental Alchemist Guided Journal. I don't think this is a bad. Nothing is perfect. I mean, sometimes you find perfect deck. I'm not gonna lie, or perfect for you. I don't love the small cursive writing. It's hard on the eyes. It really is. I like the intention behind it because it's pretty, but it's really hard on the eyes. And um sometimes with I don't know, I didn't like how they did like two words on an oracle, like it means inspiration slash creativity. Like just give me a card for creativity and another one for inspiration. I don't necessarily I can have inspiration to be creative or I can be an inspiration to someone else. I don't know. I just think those should have been separate. Um, I find this fascinating. I like I said, I need to understand it, and you have your little bookmark here, so I need to understand this. I want to play with this a little bit, and I'm willing to work with the cards and figure it out. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm not against it. It's my first impression, and I'm a little, with the elements, I'm a little confused. I don't think I necessarily have to work in order, finish an element. Maybe I could jump around, but no, I can't because the habit tracker. Oh, I don't know. I gotta think this out. I gotta think it out. But I think it could be good. It could be something that you get a lot from. There's a lot of different stuff. It is a workbook, so there's activities, there's things to do. They're giving you blank spaces where you can add more things in. But it could, and I like the artwork. I like it. With the metallic gold here. I don't know. I'm not sorry about any of my purchases so far. I think it's just different. But one thing I've learned is that I just because it's not something I'm accustomed to doesn't mean it's wrong or it's not, for me. It's just new. I don't know this yet. I don't understand it yet, and I just need some time to figure it out. So the other thing I got was this, which is a compendium compendium by Judica Alves. Now, a lot of us know her. She's been around for a minute. She's got that book with like 1,000 spells or something like that in it. So I wanted to get this book. I wanted to see what this was going to be about. If you never knew what she looked like, this is her, Judica, if you were curious. Anywho, so yeah, author of Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells. I said 1,000. I knew it was something crazy like that. So let me tell you what this book is about if you're curious. So it says here, Witches explores what a witch is and the different ways to be one. Judica Alves presents the history, mysteries, and diverse natures of witches from around the world, featuring a who's who ranging from famous or infamous historical witches such as Tituba, Sybil Leek, Aleister Crowley, Isabel Gaudy, and Countess Erzsébet Bathory, widely known as the Blood Countess. Oh, yeah, I know her. To popular literary, cinematic, and TV witches such as Endora, the Scarlet Witch, Melisandre, Storm, Agatha Harkness. I actually finished it, y'all. by the way. Agatha All Along, and The Wicked Witch of the West. Witches also offers travel tips for witches and a guide to the tools of the trade, such as brooms, wands, cauldrons, and mirrors. The celebration of witches and witchcraft also features sacred witches such as Baba Yaga, Lilith, Isis, Hecate, Diana, Circe, and Yemaya. Familiars and creatures, art witches, different schools of witchcraft, including green witchery, kitchen witchery, Wicca, Hecatean witchcraft, and the various things witches do, from divination to spirit working to spell casting. So there's a lot. Okay, I love the red moon and the background and color. The art looks a little AI. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I mean, are we really? I don't know. Yeah, probably, but it looks good. Definitely was not a witch. Oh, Crawley wasn't a witch. I think he would have called himself a magician. Yeah, yeah. In the beginning, I worked with Scott Cunningham. I noticed I never, very rarely, I think I did, for the longest time, I was still recommending the herbal book, the book about herbs for Scott Cunningham. But outside of that, I've stopped. There's so much other content. I don't feel a need to suggest him anymore. I'm trying to get to something. I'm looking at this for the first time too, y'all. First impression. So she starts off with the introduction, and then she goes into, so there's some illustrations, types of witches. All right. Alexandrian, atheists. Atheist witches are a thing. For the longest time, you know what? I was an atheist witch. I really didn't, I wouldn't say work with. I really actually, like in the beginning, I tried, then I came to the conclusion, maybe there's no such thing. When I came into witchcraft, I was already an atheist. So yeah. Cabot tradition of witchcraft, chaos magic, the clan of Tubal Cain, fairy witchcraft, furry tradition, Gardnerian Wicca, green witchcraft, hedge witchery, hereditary witchcraft, hoodoo, independent eclectic, Jew witchery. Now hold up. Cunningham is still recommended in Facebook groups. I know, right? I know. There's so much more. I think I don't know. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. But okay, pause. Can we talk about Jew witchery? Is this new information to me only? Because y'all need to see this in case you think I'm over here just saying words. Jew witchery. So is this new information just to me by myself? Hold on. We gonna read this. This informal and eclectic tradition incorporates witchcraft and magical practice with Judaism or Jewish self-awareness. I mean, I get that, but I've never heard that before. Emphasis is placed on individualism. A Jew witch, a Jew witch. Is she for real right now? A Jew witch may or may not be a religiously observant Jew. Judaism may be understood. I'm not even reading the rest of this because I can't get past. She didn't use this word. Jew witches may or may not also consider themselves Jewish pagans. Some Jew witches are Wiccan, others are not. I'm trying to scan my brain if I know any witches who were like Jewish. So I can ask them. I am fighting for, and my brain is trying to go through. There is something uncomfortable about that word. I'll be honest. I'm over here like, what? I've always wanted to her books, but I have learned that she is culturally uh, appropriative and such. Let me tell you, that 5,000 spell book, a lot of it is so much hoodoo. It's crazy. Like, if you're somebody who practices hoodoo, get her book because she got all the spells in there that you could and then some. Like, she went and just said, oh, I don't know if she unearthed something, if she knew somebody or just canvassed somebody else. I don't know. But I don't think this is a thing, y'all. I think this lady is making this up. I double dare one of y'all to go and get. Don't do that. I was like, ask Gabby, is Jew witch a real thing? Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't. There's an account I follow called Jew Witches. So there are people who call themselves that. There are. I'm really tickled, not in a good way about that. Anyway, moving on, kitchen witchery. This is brand new information, and I don't think I will personally be. I mean, if someone says that about themselves, I wouldn't feel comfortable saying that. I'm over here saying, I'm a cottage witch, and I know people say, oh, I'm an eclectic witch, I'm a glamour witch, and then you say, oh, so you're a black witch. Like, what are you? No. Well, I'm shit. Are you a white witch? Like, who? Like, why would you say that? I don't know if that needs to be a thing. I don't know. Modern Hecatean witchcraft, non-Wiccan witches. Well, okay. Shaman. Well, wait, non-Wiccan. Would that just be maybe potentially traditional? This term was invented in response to the now common assumption that all modern witches are Wiccan. You just making stuff up. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Shamanic witchcraft, traditional witchcraft, Wicca. Those are the types of witches. I didn't know I was, because I'm already on a 10. And seeing that just took me to an 11. Okay, the famous and infamous and the influential. So she's going to give us a history of these different witchy people. Laurie Cabot, Raymond Buckland. I saw Cameron, and I'm thinking Cameron. What is wrong with me? Don't worry, rapper back in the day. Um, Robert Cochran, Aleister Crowley, Scott Cunningham, Christian Day, Dr. John Dee. You know what? You know how I learned about Dr. John Dee through somebody else's here. They've been on YouTube for quite some time, and they were like going talking about this person for a while. They also is a witchy channel. Dee was born in London. Yeah, yeah. And then I looked into it, and I was like, okay. He longed to communicate with angels, but his attempts to contact them met with only inconsistent success. Like, I'm not interested. One of the books I'm reading mentions the term witch and witchcraft for specific things in Western society. I'm not far into it. I mean, it is in modern. It's so funny because I was listening to something earlier this morning, and someone was talking about witchcraft. And the point was Christmas coming up. And, this time of year, we get into this crazy conversation. Some of us get into these crazy conversations on social media about Christmas being a pagan holiday. And that was the premise. And someone asked another type of question saying, okay, so what was witchcraft called before it was called witchcraft then? And they explain. I thought they did a great job explaining, because a lot of people think, so well, what else should I've seen this all the time. So if I'm not supposed to be Christian, what else should I be? What should I do? And the thing about it is, the way, like, spirituality from indigenous folk, just pick a place. If you find it, if you find it was just more of a way of life. It was the Europeans that are insisted upon the labeling, and I mean, obviously they use labels for certain things, but I love the way she explained it. She was like, some would say Ifa is witchcraft. She's not saying it is, but you see what I'm saying? But for a person who is coming from the European Christianity, regardless of your ethnicity or race, you're coming from that, you would be looking at that thinking, oh, that's witchcraft. That, all the stuff you're doing, that looks, well, they would say demonic, but you know what I'm saying. It would be witchcraft. So the short answer is, all the other old names and things that you already hear about under the pagan umbrella is what it was called. Being shamanic, or the Celts called it. It depends on where you are. They would have just said, this is just life. This is how we get down. This is just the way, how we live our life. Um, being a steward to the earth, paying attention and being a part, understanding your part in nature is a big thing in most indigenous cultures. Understanding where do I belong in this world, defining that, evolving that process as you live, teaching anybody that comes behind you, and so forth. That's what it's like. That's what it is. And I feel like we have, well, a couple things has shown me in all these years on this earth is that There's a lot of dumb people. Like, people really want someone to tell them what to do, and if they don't do that, they want a punishment. Do you really just feel like we're a bunch of just submissives and doms? I'm on some other stuff right now, but we here, catch up with me. Don't y'all just kind of feel like that? And what y'all call them switches? Like, don't you feel like it's just like just those three categories? Are you a submissive? And please do not think I'm talking about no religious submissive. I'm talking about BDSM, period. Don't y'all just kind of feel like that right now? Like, that's what it is. And like, the sub, like, they just want somebody to tell them what to do. They need a book. And the ones that leave the Christianity and all that, they still, do you notice they come over to witchcraft and they are dying for someone to tell them A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, they want you to tell them, and with subcategories. They're not even gonna do all these things. But just like their Bible, they didn't do everything in the Bible because it made no sense. So you couldn't do everything because there's so many things contradict. But they like the idea. Basically, they want you to create a Bible for them. Yeah, they want you to create the Bible for them, a Bible to do witchcraft with. They want to know what happens if it goes wrong. Um, Not because, yeah, out of fear. Fear is a big part of it. It's the whole thing. I don't know, but I don't know. Fear plays has this place in BDSM as well. I say that I do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with being, yeah, that they won't read. There's nothing wrong with being a submissive per se. Well, hey, in the gay community, we have top, bottom, verse, bottom, verse, top, and power bottom. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. But here's the thing why I thought BDSM specifically. Because I could be a power bottom, but I don't, I'm not looking for direction per se. I know how to do it. Um, but the submissives need someone to tell them, like, give them direction, especially those deep into their role. Y'all see this in real life, right? Like, you'll see, like, in relationships, especially those evangelical ones. She walking around in a handmade tail, like, real floppy dress, no makeup, but blonde. uh, a service top too. A service top. They should have let me get those tickets, and I would be normal. If they just what they said, they're sold out. Like, my world is coming down around me. Breathe, Mika, breathe. I'm really upset about this. Whew, okay, okay. Moving on. We're gonna get out of the conversation of bottoms, submissives, and doms, and we're gonna get back because I actually have another thing to show y'all. We just gonna stop it, hard stop, because that's not gonna go well. This is not, because I feel like I'm about to introduce something else that I probably don't need to go into. Let's talk about this sticker book. You might be able to get ticks from reseller. That's the plan. But I we're that's the plan. Yeah. I really wanted to get the pre-sale tickets, but it's okay. I know right now my daughter is sick at work. I know she wants to leave and she's stuck there because they're doing a work party, holiday party, or some stuff. And she's like, I was invited. And I was like, oh, it's a potluck thing. I'm not going. I can't do potluck. Anyway, work some magic to get some tickets. You don't think I did? You don't think that's why I was so self-assured. And Ticketmaster is the devil. And so Ticketmaster has evil magicians in the background with shields working to get you. Yes, I am going to for the resale. I'm just the way I'm looking at it, very alchemist thinking. I'm thinking that we're going to get a better deal than what we would have gotten, and better seats for the price that we want. through a reseller. That's what I think is going to happen. So that's what I'm putting out there. See, we fixed it. Let's get into the sticker book. So I got some intentions for this. I don't just want to, but like I'm going to work. I want to create some a book for Hathor, goddess Hathor. I work with her for beauty. So I thought this was a great sticker book. I like this a lot. Look at this. The imagery. It's kind of cool. All the links are in the description for any of this stuff. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I get a little something. Why is my phone ringing? I get a little something if you click on it. It's not like a lot, so don't worry about it. Why is this the most hectic Friday, but nothing is actually happening? Maybe this is a lesson to remind yourself magic doesn't always work. No, magic always work. I'm trying to tell you, I think Ticketmaster has magicians working for them and they're magic. They out magic me. That's what I think happened. They are greedy SOBs. Anyway, magic worked. It just wasn't mine. No, but I think my magic will work to my benefit. Look at this. Mood. Do they mean Maya? Y'all, what? Look at this. Ticketmaster Illuminati. It's a gaggle of evil magicians. Here you go. Haru. You gotta look at some of these things because they be misspelling stuff sometimes. Okay. But we gonna work with them. If it doesn't work the first time, we change taxes and double down. Yeah. It was like a pre-sale thing, but that's cool. I'm gonna get the tickets. I'm gonna get it. It's gonna happen. I'm going to LA and I'm going to go watch and have a great time. I will be there next year in May for sure. Okay. Oh, I'm digging this one. I love these. Let me hold it straight. What are these homes? Oh, okay. It's like Egyptian. Landscape. Oh, it's kind of cool. I was looking for something different, and this is exactly what I personally needed. So, like, you work with any Egyptian deities, and you wanted to do some pages in your grimoire. It's a lot of the landscape right now. I wanted more of the images, but what are you gonna do? Of the like, I wanted the people, but I'll work. I could work with it. Oh, that's the first male, or no? No, I think it was like maybe not. Okay, I'll check this out. This is kind of giving. Well, I live in a desert, so desert vibes. I could use this for something else for here, and then you just have like these boxes. I don't know. It's cool. That's it. So I've gotten you these have been going around. I see people like in the paper crafting planner world buying a lot of this particular brand sticker. There's 20 sheets. Yeah. Made in China. I'll buy them now because if those tariff things happen, this little cheapy book might not be so cheap. Anyway, so that is all. Just to recap, I already own the Black Tarot deck, but it does come with this guided journal for Black Tarot, which I thought was really cool. And then there's the Elemental Alchemist Oracle deck, which is a little different than, the deck itself is fine. It's a couple things, but I'm gonna work with it and see. I need to get used to it. This I find very interesting. I think this could be something really cool. I like it. I just don't really understand it yet, but that's okay. It's first impression. I'm sharing it with y'all. This heifer, girl, this Jewitry, Jew witch. I'm still tripping on that. Is she for real? I know somebody said it. I don't like that. I don't know. Something don't sit in my soul with that. I don't know, y'all. But do I need to look into her, do a little research? Anyway, it's a couple different things in here. I thought it would be good just to add this to my witchy library to have some information. But now that I'm looking at it, like she's giving you kind of like the facts about witchcraft and people and so forth. There's like some pop culture stuff in here too. So if you're looking for that, and I understand if you like do pop culture magic, sometimes and you're trying to get fact based a little bit, like something like this might be helpful because you could probably pick out some things because she talked about the Wicked Witch of the West in here. So, and then there's a section, Are You a Witch? Chapter 10. So in the end, she's asking you, here's some for okay, here you go, y'all. This is at the very end. Here are some further clues to determine whether you are a witch. See if any of these personality traits match your own. So here we go. Let's see. You thirst for knowledge and information, especially of a spiritual or magical nature. You have a high tolerance for ambiguity. You're willing to believe that not everything in the universe can be known or proven. You have an affinity for wild nature, a love for the world's wild, untamed places. You have an affinity or fascination with wild weather. You find wind exhilarating. You're not entirely tame yourself, whether or not anyone else appreciates this about you. You have a fascination with old lore, mythology, folk tales, and fairy tales. I did. And fairy tales got me. You identify with the witch, wizard, or sorceress in myth, history, legend, books, or film. The way I identify with the evil queen in almost every Disney movie, like I felt that the protagonist, like Snow White, Cinderella, yeah, like I mess with them. But like, can we talk about just? I've talked about this before. Them evil stepmothers who really was witches was given like the hair. First of all, they usually had some kind of like headpiece on, makeup. That like everything was just so good. Like they just look good. And then the other girl, or she just had youth on her side. Yeah, you got a little tight, skin or what have you. You ain't got to do all this extra stuff, blah blah blah. But you don't know how to style it right. Like she was, oh my God, Maleficent, come on. They really did her wrong. I think about that movie sometimes. Like, they did her so wrong. She was right. I was on her side. I like her. Anyway, moving on. Couple more things here. You feel a special love or kinship with animals. You are drawn to mystical arts such as astrology, spellcasting, or divination. You possess an independent streak. You don't like being told what you can't do, can't learn, can't know, can't read, or where you can't go. Me. So those were some of the clues. She obviously gave more. Here's a cool illustration in the back I like. That's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah. So there's obviously more in between, but I just want to, she talked about the Scarlet Witch. Ooh, the Scarlet Witch. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Pop culture. The Scarlet Witch is the code name for Wanda Maximoff. Hey, Gemstones. So since I saw this, I want to talk about Agatha All Along just for a couple minutes, real quick. Agatha All Along. Okay, I said I didn't know how I felt about it. I was confused. I liked it in the end. I watched it to the end. I said, I mean, I genuinely wanted to know what was going to happen next. Um, can you find the name of the artist illustrator of that book? This one? Does it say? I've just started watching that. Oh, Agatha All Along. Forward by Francis, but no, it's not telling me. Who does this? Peck. Cover by Peck. Interior by interior designs are by Brittany Craig. Brittany Craig. Overall, I enjoy Agatha All Along. I thought it was actually interesting. Obviously, Disney did a great job as far as like with like the set and how everything looks very realistic. Um, Agatha stayed true for the most part to it. Like she, I like her. I like it. She is who she is, and you know she really doesn't really make apologies, but the depth behind it shows that she's like this for a reason. But this is something I I I advise other people all the time. People don't just like the villain in your story is not the villain from and it doesn't excuse the behavior, but there's a reason they act that way. There's always a reason behind people who seem to want to, you know, take pleasure in hurting other people. The seventh episode was the best. It was action packed, but it still felt off for me. Yeah, I like her too. She did a great job with that role in making you watch this fantastical show and really delivering it. And she's the comedic timing at times. Um, the neighbor was it Sharon? What's they couldn't remember her name, and now I can't remember her name. She kept calling her the wrong name. The neighbor, she did. I forgot her name. I don't want to say too much if you're still trying to watch it, but um, it was really. I kind of liked it. I liked it. I know. I saw several other people kind of did a deep dive on it, and they talked about like. Oh, it was the most viewed. Oh, okay. They talked about like you know tying into like patriarchy and all that sort of stuff and all that and I get it. Miss Hart, oh my god, yes. Miss Hart, Mrs. Hart, yes. I got a kick out of her in the beginning. I mean I can go deep into those themes as well. There's something there to sink into and really delve into, but for me a practicing witch who is older, you know, I'm not like trying to have kids or anything. So like my kids are adults. Um I kind of like she wanted I like how she got down. I mean, yeah, she was crooked about certain things, but like she really didn't make a lot of apologies. And look, to me, this life is a game. Is she's they get to live long, but it's a game. She's trying to, you know, do what she's trying to do, get her power. I didn't really like the twist. They kind of felt flat. The twist with the supposed son. I'm not going to give too much away. I'm just going to say that since some people are still watching it. But with the son, that was a twist, and I was like, I feel like this is just making it too obvious. Um, the twist with you know the sigil they said put over the young man. Um, someone put what they say, yes, somebody put a sigil on him. I was like, that's an interesting way to use that. I think going forward, um, I'm gonna take that. Also, I want to know why Agatha's hair turned white after she died. Why would you say that as a spoiler? But I don't know because there was no life left. I guess yeah, that's a valid point. Obviously there's going to be a next season because of the way they left it. So I'm actually going to watch it again. I don't, you know, I it wasn't bad after all. It wasn't once I got into it. I like it. It was kooky, it was fun. It was just the amount of, you know, fantasy that I can handle and really digest it. Um the acting was on point. It was believable, the comedy was there. It was that first episode or so that took me a minute, and I was just like, "What am I looking at? What is this supposed to be again?" Outside, once I got past that, I was good, and I'm obsessed with that song, and I almost want to find a way to work that into some magic. Down the witch's road. It was originally only supposed to be one season, but I believe they're in the works of getting a second season. Oh, okay. It looks like it. But like that song Down the Witch's Road and come to find out is like the I need to hear that. I gotta Google it and get that song and the lyrics because I want to use that in something. Um, find that those lyrics to that Down the Witch's Road. You get what you want at the end. Like that is a great spell. You can work with like quantum leaping. Doing like a quantum leap into you getting what it is that you want. You can use, for instance, I talked, you can create a roadmap on a piece of paper and really go all out, color it in, or find something and modify it. Hmm. And sing that song as you work with it. Yes, in a coven. That's the thing. In order to even use to do it, you had to be in a coven. If you recall, she needed a coven to get started down the witch's road. So I'm kind of thinking something now. Um, yeah, working that and like or creating like a map of the witch's road, and on there maybe there's things you do, you pull some cards, there's a specific question or something, maybe use another divination, you do shadow work. So like the tests on the witch's road, you turn this into a real witch's spell but with prompts. And every time you work it, and it's not something you sit by, you like, I mean, you could do it from beginning to end, but it's meant to kind of come back to. So you did a couple activities and then you walk away and you come back after you're refreshed because you might need to dream, and write down your dreams, like the Candyland board. Exactly, exactly. I'm just thinking this out. That'd be kind of cool, right? And all the end is to manifest. Think of all the energy that you're putting into this, right? So the end result would be to manifest this thing or this situation that you want. Now the difference is, in on the show, some of them wanted like people who died to come back. Maybe not so much, but whatever else you're manifesting. Traditional witchcraft has a belief of the witch's road. Interesting. Oh my God, let me tell you something. Oh my pagan gods. I just got a message. They're adding an additional LA date for June 1st. Won't the gods do it? Won't the gods do it? That's a real witch's cackle. Anyway, what a way to end it. Oh, so those tickets go on sale at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. I'm getting live messages while I'm doing this with y'all. But anyway, so I don't have to sink into a dark abyss of depression. Yay! Anyway, I'm just looking back up. The Princess Diaries said way back, all aquas are witches. I 100% agree. I remember when my son got recruited, which would have been, dang, he's going to be out of the military next year. But anyway, when he was his recruitment person for the Air Force. I had to ask because it's me, and we were working, and she was just like, it was something about her where I was like, girl, are you taking anything we're saying seriously? Like sometimes she'd be serious and other times she was never rude. It was just like a very awkward type thing where it's like, I feel like you over here and we over there. Like, can we come together in the mind? Like, I feel like we're talking about two different things. And she told me she was an Aquarius, and I was like, oh. And she would listen. I asked, she immediately answered. She didn't even think it was strange that in the middle of everything I'm saying, what's your sign? She didn't think that was odd at all. She even started talking about her husband and how he's like a different sign. I'm like, yeah, y'all are. Y'all are all witches. She probably was military recruiter. She was overall delightful. It was just difficult following her sometimes because I felt like she would just be everywhere all at once. Um, which in a recruiter, you kind of need them to be, because you don't know what to do. I've never joined the military. At the time, my then husband, he's a fan of, but he was never in the military. Um, so this was all new for us. Quite a few Aries and Aquarius placements. Okay, I have an Aquarius placement. All right, I feel like I'm good now. So I'm going to end this live feeling a little bit better because I have another shot at tickets. So June 1st, not so bad. That's okay. And I'll have a fun LA trip in June. So that'll be cool. I've never been to LA. I've been to California, but I went Northern California. I went to wine country. Why? If you met me, why wouldn't I have went there? Like I toured a vineyard. That's where I went. Um, but now I'm going to Southern California, so that'll be exciting. They did have the show is also going to be in San Francisco, and we went back and forth on whether we would go to San Francisco, but I haven't been in a very long time, so I figure I'll go where the other person is used to going. I've been to San Diego. I plan to go to San Diego soon. I want to see what that's about. And now that I have my new car that I got this at the end of the summer, I feel pretty confident on taking a road trip. Not that my other car was involved in an accident. Not me. The car was someone else was driving. I was out of town. And y'all know when a car gets hit, it never rides the same way again. It was just I was starting to have weird things happen. Like the car was possessed after that. Like it was just doing weird stuff. Like you turn a car off, you get out the car, you shut the door, the radio was still playing. Like I have taken the key out of the ignition. I have shut the door and the radio was still playing. That used to happen. So, weird stuff like that. Like it just never worked the same after that. So, my new car, who I've named Cookie, short for cookies and cream, because of her interior and outside, she's doing some weird stuff right now too. But I was told I may have to replace the battery. So it wasn't like brand new. I got it off of Carvana, and I was told that if you ever buy a car from like Carvana, this is like my fourth car I think I purchased from Carvana. Um, they're sitting until someone buys them, so the battery can run out. And yeah, so it's a battery in there, but you don't know the state of the battery that they put in there. Like, was it a brand new battery or was it taken from another vehicle? And you know what I mean? So you just don't know. So I probably have a couple months, but I'm gonna have to replace it. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, I finally feel better. I think I'm gonna get something to drink and calm down. And wait until 4 p.m. and start it all over again with these tickets. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. Yeah, Cookie. She's Cookie. Her name is Cookie. The car is Cookie. Um, she cute. She cute. My car is cute too. I would. This is my dream car. I know some people, their dream car is something really fancy or something like that. It's fancy to me. Thank you. Oh, we getting these tickets are getting got. It was the last thing I do. I got too much emotion involved in this. But we're gonna breathe. You can see these three Korean men right here on the back where I'm pointing. I just got those. They just did a comeback. So these are their new albums. This is what I'm talking about, K-pop people. This is what I want from Meg. I'm hoping the next album she does something like this where like she sells you the album itself and it has inclusions in it with like photo cards, a poster, and like a full display. Like when you open these up, it's like fashion, looks, vibes, it's all of it. So I bought the individual and there's CDs in here, but well, I'm not playing the CD, I stream. But that's not why I buy it. I want to have these. And then I have the actual album with, just the main one as well. Light and extra tea light before you try and get the tickets for extra power. I will. These are not even the people I'm getting the tickets for. They're on the wall, but y'all don't see that. But moving on, it's gonna happen. And the group is called Stray Kids. They are they're really up there, internationally known. They're not just it's not like oh, you just listen to music from South Korea. No, they're internationally known. This particular group, ATs, are not even that popular in Korea. They came out to gain international celebrity, so they're like really popular here, and specifically in Spanish speaking countries. A lot of their music almost has a Latin vibe to it, which I happen to like, so it makes sense for me. But yeah, Stray Kids does, like, some people say, noise music, experimental sounds, things like that. It's not necessarily just pop music. It's not necessarily R&B. It's definitely not necessarily anything to do specifically with hip hop. They go rock. You'll get all that on one album. But I digress. I will be lighting a tea light. I will be petitioning. You know what? This is a great time to petition, like if you're doing pop culture or something like that, magic, if you or a magician of sorts in that realm, to work with like some infamous or famous pop culture deity or something like that. And it's like, help me help myself get these tickets. You know, it's all look, it's all digital and stuff like that. And I believe spirits can work in like the digital capacity, like with electronics and computers and stuff like that. So you know, I'm gonna do that. Work with Sarah Sanderson since her power was singing. Ooh, I like that. Thank you. When I was saying, I was like, who am I going to use? Yeah, Sarah Sanderson. I like that. So, you know, I can pull out my Hocus Pocus deck, get out my book, and light a candle and petition. Yeah, I like that. By the way, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, what is she talking about? It's not real. We all made all the gods up. We made them all up. We thought it into existence. All right, I'm done. So everybody have a great day. Santa, more to come about that. I'm actually that's in planned content for December. Yes, I do. Yeah, the short answer is I got stuff to say about that. That's coming in December. That's part of my lineup. I got something to say about working with Santa, and I have a story to tell you about in a very at an age you would not be thinking somebody wants to believe in Santa. I still was working with Santa, so I'm gonna tell you that about that during that time. But that's to come. All right. Okay. Enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna get something to calm down, so I'm normal-ish for 4 p.m. for ticket sales, and probably eat more food so I can stabilize. And everybody have a great weekend. I'm getting messages about these tickets. Everybody have a great weekend. Like the video, please. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm calm down now. All right, bye.